Well, hello everybody. Well, boy, have we got something for y'all today. I'm going to go ahead and direct your attention to the table. I know there's like tons of stuff going on back here in the back of the table. And I've got all kinds of things. Tons of stuff going on everywhere and this and that and the other, and pulling parts and trying to talk to people and going on, but one of my buddies and local tree guys around here, he had a little whoopsie-doo yesterday evening, I think it was, where this 562 found its way under a tree. So he brought it this morning, dropped it off, said, "Can you please do something? I miss it and I like it," and it's his favorite saw. Between this one and the 361, they're his two favorite saws. And, well, I think on one of our other videos we fixed the 361. This one is hopefully gonna be okay. I think the clutch cover is all right. It's heavy because it's packed slam full, but it's okay, I believe. We're gonna pull it all away, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the chain and the bar off. Get this out of the way because it's easier with it out of the way. And well, for one, there's no way we're going to get the brake handle off of it with the bar on it. Now luckily I'm fixing to get the handle loose because it really bent this handle and it almost broke the gas tank. And I want to get the tension off of it, hoping that the gas tank will relax back to where it's supposed to be, because it really give it a good flogging. I have to figure out how we're going to get that loose. It twisted the gas tank, but I'm thinking with, yeah, I believe it relaxed back into place right there. Oh, mercy. Let's see if I can get down in here. There we go. After we got all the tension off her, she don't look that bent, but it is smushed off to one side pretty bad. So we got that off. We're going to take these bolts out right here, because as you can see, there is no longer a chain brake handle on there that would be deemed effective anyway. And I got a feeling a chunk of something just went flying. That's just a broken chunk. I'm thinking that I may have to pull the bar plate off. I probably should have cleaned this thing before I started on it, but I was trying to hurry up and get going so I could maybe get this one taken care of and get to doing some other things, because I got to go down there and get Dad roosted up directly, and we got some running we're supposed to go do this morning. So I'm trying to hurry up and see if I can get this maybe knocked out. Maybe I don't have to take it thing up. I just can't remember. It's been a few days since I changed one of these, but let me look at the other one. Yes, there's a piece under that metal shroud. And why I can't get that thing to come out of there, it's beyond me. It's so dirty, I can't remember how to get it off. Y'all watch your eyes. There we go. I'm just going to break that off and get it out of the way. And I know did y'all close your eyes? I closed mine. I'm going to take that screw right there loose, because I think when you take that screw loose, that piece of plastic, it helps it. Yep, it does, comes right out of there. So, while I got that out, I might as well take this off and give her a little dust and get that out of there. If you ever change one of these and you're putting a new one in, these bushings go to the inside. I'll show you here in just a second. Because I don't have a new one, but I got to use one. Alright, and this one should fit. Because there's two different ones. If you got a 562 or 550, they're different. But these bushings, if you ever put these bushings in, these bushings go inside. They don't go in from the outside. They will fit from the outside, but they don't go that way. If you put them out here, when you put the bolts in, it'll lock the handle up. So make sure you put them in, put them to the inside. So now that we've got that remotely cleaned up, that thing's going to need something there one of these days. Alright. Now if you focus your attention right here, you'll notice that the muffler is mashed plumb shut. And while I do have mufflers and we could just change the muffler, we're going to take a screech. We're going to try to go under the edge of it right here. And then just kind of twist that screech just a little bit. Trying to pull down and twist. And we're actually raising that back up. You can pull on it and that might not do too good. But when you twist, you want to twist that screwdriver, and that helps pull it back up out of there, because you got more force twisting than you have apprising. So you can see now there's a little bit of a dent right there, but that'll be okay. We got the muffler open back up. So that should be all right. Now we'll see if we can get this handle plopped on here right quick. And some of these are a real pain. That's why I usually don't film it, because it can make you look like an idiot trying to get it on there. Because they made the handle is actually smaller than the piece it goes over. So you've kind of got to stretch it. And getting it over both pieces isn't always the easiest. There, we got that. Now, y'all can't see it probably, but there's a little dog right here that the detent for the handle. You have to pull down to get it to plop up in there. And that lets it get in there like it ought to be. Now I'm just going to blow this off a little bit, y'all. Engage your safety squints. We're going to make sure this will fit back under here before we finish bolting everything down. It should go right under there, and it did. And this plastic piece, we're going to try to get it back in there. If I can keep up with a Phillips screwdriver. We're going to put that back in there. We'll put the screw back in the bar plate. I'm holding the clutch so it don't slip away from me, because they'll run from you. Oh, mercy. Hopefully all this takes care of everything, and she'll be back to business here in just a few short minutes. Sometimes when you smash them, they're destroyed. Sometimes when you smash them, they're sort of destroyed, but not destroyed. So we're going to go with the hopefully this is not really destroyed. We're just going to replace what we can see broke, stick her back together, and see how it goes after that. Now I could probably try to straighten that handle, but I'm not. Because, well, trying to get it done right fast, quick, and in a hurry. So I don't need the instructions. I know how it goes. We're gonna take this off of here. We don't need that on there. They use so much tape on it. We don't need that because it's still got the other stuff on it just fine. Now, all right, you see that one? Yeah. Now I think you can see how smashed it actually is. It bent it pretty good. So we're going to put a new one on it because we have them in stock. I don't want to take a chance of breaking the gas tank trying to bend that other one back straight. Then I'll have to change the gas tank. Give me a minute and I'll figure out how it goes on here. Give me a minute and I'll figure out how it goes on. What in the world? Some of these new ones, and this is one of them. Some of the new handles have Torx bits in them. The old ones were Allen's. And some of these new ones have Torx in them, so you have to use a Torx bit. I think this is a 20. Now it says 25. I don't think it's a 27, but I could be wrong. Nope, it's 27. I can't remember everything. Well, we got it tied in there anyway, that's the main thing. Now the rest of the screws were steel Torx because it's the old model. So we're gonna put them back in there. And that's a whole lot flatter down here. It was twisted. I'm just glad it didn't bust the gas tank, because it had it twisted really hard. There we go. Now we got a We got another brake handle on it. Open the muffler back up. And a new handle straightened out. Everything else seems to be good, so let's stick the bar back on it and we'll see if it'll run. Blow out the bar right a little bit. I didn't film the 361 because he said it was just running kind of weird, and we thought that maybe the carburetor just needed to be adjusted because when we built it, it was cold, and it's been running fine, and yesterday it was warm or whatever, and it just started running. It cranked it when it was warm, and it just didn't run right. So I carried it out there and just give it a little more fuel on the bottom and the top, and it seemed to run just fine after that. So I think that's all that was wrong with it. So I didn't film that. I was checking it over, and if it would have been something else, I'd have filmed it. But since it was just adjust the carburetor and done, I didn't see no point in. Because, I mean, I literally just opened the high and low screw and revved it up until it sounded good, and that was it. I probably didn't give it 1/8 of a turn on either one of them. But I'm just scraping some of this crap out of the clutch cover right now so it'll be a little lighter, because it is packed plumb full. And I fuss at them all the time about not cleaning these out, so they usually bring them to me and I clean them out. I think some of them just bring them so I will clean them out. Which is okay with me. That's what they want to do. Gonna give it a little. Give it a little blowing out there. It's still got a little bit of crap in it, but it's not near as bad. They're just gonna fill it back up anyway. See if we can find the adjuster hole. I can find the flashlight. There we go. We'll get this screwed back on there. We'll check the chain brake and everything, make sure all that works. Because it didn't take a real hard lick, but they did drop a tree on it. Not from distance though. It literally fell and bounced, and the butt just kind of picked up and smacked down on her just a little bit there. I said, well, that happens from time to time. You'll have that on big jobs, and sometimes you'll have it on small ones too. So, look like the dadgum saw dog moved just a little bit. Like it might be loose. We'll attempt to snug it up once we get the chain snugged. Yep, I'd ought to do it. It'd probably loosen up pretty quick anyway. Usually after you put a chain on, it'll loosen up. Some people I know sell them like banjo string and tighten the ever-loving far out of them, but I don't like to do that. I'd rather crank it, run it a minute, and then loosen it back up and readjust it. Then I had to break it. Oh yeah, they was loose. Oh, I'm telling you what, they use these saws. they use them a lot. So, push the nugget back up. Chain spins. Chain don't spin. Chain brake comes off. Aha. So let's see if it'll run, shall we? I'll turn y'all down like that a little bit. I think this one actually is a non-auto tune 562. Yep, I'm pretty sure it is. No primer bubble because it has been removed. It has the primer bubble and the auto tune delete kit on it. But it does have a decomp. I did notice, y'all, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Let me turn the camera. That's all the pull rope. That's it. That's all they are in there. So, I know we hadn't planned on this, but I'm trying to think if that's 4.5 or 5 I got under here. That's 5. I need to go find the 4.5. We're gonna, since we got it here on the table, and it's obviously got a short rope in it, we're going to peel that off of there right quick. And I think Uncle Dave's gonna slide over there to the filing cabinet and see if he can find us the 4.5 rope right quick. He can. We're gonna snitch this out of here. We're gonna wind her up and unwind her. See if we can do it without taking all the stuff apart. Because usually we can. Oh, y'all looking at my shoulder. Here, y'all watch this. You see it in there, Uncle Dave? Black and green? Yeah, whatever. It says 4.5 on it. Yep, that's what we wanted. We're gonna, there ain't no reason to not go ahead and do it. I'm gonna pull off about that much. Hey, anything more than what he had in there is better, right? We're just gonna go ahead and take care of it because sometimes he'll forget to tell me what he needs fixed. So if I find it, I just fix it. And he's one of them fellers that he don't complain. If he's got something tore up and you fix it, he's happy. Because he'd rather have it fixed while it's here than have to bring it back later to have it fixed because we didn't fix it because he didn't say to fix it. Them's the kind of people I like to have on my and Dave's over there kicking y'all in the back of the head. See if he can knock you down.
I'll check and see if I can see it now.
Yeah, I think you'll see it. I got my end of my ropes a little bit large there. We're just gonna slip that back through.
Uncle Dave come in on the Mayflower and he's getting kind of wobbly in his old age.
He's getting a teeny bit on the wobbly side. And that's without the wobble pop. Come on now. I'm gonna heat that knot up just a little bit. I don't know if y'all, some of y'all know this, some of you don't. If you've got one of these things and you're trying to tighten a knot up in it and it won't tighten no more, you put some heat to it and tug on it and it'll shrink that knot up. Makes them a good bit smaller. And we're going to pass the rope up through there, and on this we're going to go around like that. Then we're going to twist it back and go like that, so that it makes like a kind of like a clover leaf knot, or I'm sure there's a name for that knot. I just don't know what it is. But it makes the knot a lot larger, and it fills that hole up. And that way, we got this much rope sticking out now instead of the other. So we're going to pull it up, wind it backwards, get it in the little notch. We're going to give it about 6, probably 5, 6 turns there. We're going to give her about 5 or 6 turns, and we're going to drop it through and let it wind itself back up. And see, we got that much hanging out, so we'll pull to the notch again, and we're going to wind a little bit more. And we might have just a hair too much of this rope, being that it's 4.5. We'll find out in a minute. And if we do, we'll just take a little out the top of it. My fingers don't work like they ought to some days. And the notches on these ain't near as big as they used to be. Yep, we got just a little bit too much rope. So, on these, it's a guess. I think these are actually supposed to have number 4 rope in them, and I'm out of number 4. So what I'll do is I'll just pull it up to about right there. Hold that thing down there. Yeah. Then I'll retie the knot. And I'll check it. Yep, that's plenty enough there. That's about twice as much as what he had in there to start with. So, I'm going to push it up. He getting burned into the... Oh, come on, lighter. My lighter's refillable, but for some reason, it doesn't refill very well. Now, stick the rope down in there, and voila. I'm going to check the dogs. Make sure they ain't sticky. We'll slap this rascal back on there. There we go. All right, y'all. Well, that's all we got for now. I got stuff I got to go do, so I'm going to shoot this video up. That way y'all have one a little earlier. So y'all have a good day. Y'all take care of your neighbors. Look after each other. God bless. And Bellhopper out.